Hi guys, it's Ben here from T-Rex Space Station. How's everyone doing? This is Mickey Mania on the Sega Mega Drive. This one was released in 1994. And differently to the other Mickey Mouse games on the system, this one was developed by Traveller's Tales. Now you'll know that I'm very fond, especially of Mega Drive Disney games, and I did do a video recently showing some of my collection. I also really am a fan of the Mickey Mouse games on the system. Castle of Illusion in particular being one of my favourites. Now, the nice thing about this being a Traveller's Tale game is that it feels and looks very different to the other ones on the system. I've just found a secret there, I didn't know that was there. The art style... Oh god, I don't want to go back down it, I need to jump next time. The art style and the way that the game handles feels really unique, and that's what I really like about it. It doesn't feel as though it's going over the same old ground, really, because it's very much well developed and unique. Now, the really nice thing about this game is that it follows through Mickey Mouse kind of through his history, I guess, showing, you know, from the early cartoons back in the 1920s. And going forwards, and I really like it when games that are, you know, part of a big franchise tap into that franchise properly and utilise it in some way that's actually useful or interesting. And certainly that's what you get here. Now, I think that the graphical style of this game is one of its strongest kind of elements. There's a lot of really good use of the Mega Drive's capabilities, and you'll see in the later levels there's a lot of variety to the environments, and there's also some kind of 3D areas that use 3D in an interesting way. And you know, for its time, I think this game was actually graphically very, very good. They do manage to capture the feeling of all of the different phases that you go through in the game, and yeah, I think that's just really well done. Now, one of the things I love about this level is, as you can see there, oh crap, I've died already. Bloody hell. As you can see, it starts off in, you know, dull grayscale, old school 1920s black and white, and as you move through, it slowly colour gets added in. And actually that makes it look even better, because once you see the full colour, it's like, yeah, contrasting to the black and white, you appreciate it even more. Right, I need to be really careful not to keep clipping those birds. Right, so the firework, they put them in this most sodding annoying places, and I'm firing the wrong way. Right, we've got to get up to the top to ring those bells. Oh, and he regenerates, you little scamp. Yeah, you've got two attacks. Kind of like in Castle of Illusion. You've got the... Oh, I took a hit again. You've got the throwing projectile... These aren't berries or apples. These are, I don't know what they are, marbles or something. And you've also got the... that is so frustrating that they put that bird going across there. And you've also got the jump attack. So as you can see, we've got some colour coming in here now. And it's looking really nice. Now, this guy... Yes, I'm just going to pellet him. Oh, I've killed him. That's a bit sinister for a Disney game, isn't it? And now, even worse than that, I'm jumping on his cadaver. Excellent. Way to go, Traveller's Tales. You sure made this grim. But yeah, look at it here. It just looks beautiful and picturesque, and we're getting more and more detail and colour added in as we progress through the level, which is a great touch. Now, oh, there's an extra life up there, which I have no idea how to get to. Now, even here you can see bits of 3D coming in. Lovely variety. The background there looks great. And this is a moderately perilous platforming section, which is always good, just to test you early on. Yeah, and now we come to this cog-based boss. I don't know how else to describe it. But, you know, this is another example of how things are... There's a really good variety, you know, the gameplay is really well mixed up. The bosses are quite unique and they're all very varied. So as you can see, this one is like two big boxes that drop bombs alternating with, oh god, springs. And you need to use the springs so that you can fire at the upper levels of cogs. And now I'm on 0 health, which is not good. I need to actually be very careful here. He says, oh come on, that didn't actually hit me. I literally just clipped the edge of it. That's annoying. Right, let's try and... I think they actually drop it to where you're standing, so what I need to be doing is moving a bit more. Oh, there we go, that's the last one. Ooh, just about. That wasn't too bad. I did manage to make a bit of a dog's dinner of it. And here we go. It's his old self, I suppose. Mickey has stopped the cranes and rescued Steamboat Willie. I actually haven't seen that cartoon. Probably too flipping old. Doesn't that magic pencil remind you of that? If you ever had that spelling, creative writing program at primary school, Twist and Flick. What the hell was that called? If you don't know what I'm going on about, then please just ignore me. Here we are then. We're moving into 1933. The Mad Doctor. So we're through World War I, but pre-World War II, I reckon. No, it would be terrible if I got all my dates wrong, wouldn't it? Right. Oh, there we go. Now, this, I mean, again, so well characterized, the levels. This is really quite creepy. Exploring plenty of dark themes for a Mickey Mouse game. I do love the kind of way that this zone looks, though, with all the skeletons and the skulls and the axes and things on the walls, and the bats. Now, one of the really difficult or annoying things about those skeletons is that every time you kill them, they project tons of little bones everywhere, and it's not the easiest thing to dodge them. As you see there, they're spilling back down the stairs in an unpredictable way, and it's frustrating. Here, if you kill this guy, they're going to spill all down the staircase, and, you know, it's not the easiest. See, it's not the easiest thing to dodge, and they will catch you out. I think one of the big things that you'll notice about this game is, say, compared to the other Disney games on the system, which are pretty much, well, I think about games like Quackshot, etc., you can pretty much complete those in one sitting, and you know that, you know, if you practice them a little bit, you should get there. This is very much in contrast to those, in that it's solid, and, you know, I certainly haven't got very far in it after quite a few attempts. It's not a forgiving game at all. You will find yourself dying a lot. You may find yourself frustrated a lot. But, you know, it's nice to have a challenge, and certainly it needs practice. It's cheap stuff like that. You know, I just clipped that fireball there and took damage. It's not easy. You know, the way to play this game is, it's not one of those platformers where you can kind of get some speed and get a momentum and race through, you know, like a Sonic game. This is much more about timing, and he says taking a hit, about timing and carefully clearing the screen and doing things that are safe. You know, the pacing and the difficulty level are just different to what you might expect. You're not going to be able to race through, or you'll just die, basically. There's so many pesky bats, bloody everywhere. Right, that should be that section cleared. And here we go. Here's the first bit of variety for you. Fast action sequence, which is really cool. And yeah, there's plenty of this sort of thing going on in the game, which is great. I remember there's a particularly tricky jump in this one that you have to... Oops, excuse me, a sneeze there. That jump, I just sneezed at exactly the wrong moment. Oh gosh, what is it about this spare room that makes me sneeze? Yeah, there's a jump that you have to wait right till the last minute to get. It's a little bit cheap, isn't it? It might be this one here, isn't it? There we go, that should be it. Oh no, it's this one. So you need to sit on it just till the edge, because if you don't, for some reason you die instantly. Even if you clear the gap and land on the floor, you die. And here we are then, another really impressive looking section. Pretty much fully 3D this, rotating Spiral of Doom. Again, you know, it keeps the gameplay varied and keeps things moving, and that's one of the really strong points about this game. It is quite a mild sense of peril, isn't it? I guess this would be a PG. It is a bit stressful. If you clip a bat, you're probably going to die. But really, as long as you avoid the barrels and the bats, you should be fine. I think it looks more stressful than it actually is, this section. Barrel's catching up to me. There we go. Should have done it now, I think. That's it. That wasn't too bad, was it? And here we are. Oh god, skeletons dropping immediately. Now, you'll see these areas start to get increasingly tight for space, like this. How the f am I supposed to dodge the bones there? There's an area later where there's even less space. It just... Oh, come on, that is cheap again. How can I possibly avoid that? I think the best way to kill the skellies is to jump on them so that you're in the epicenter of the spread of bones. That's easier. Oh gosh. Easier said than done. I think if you, if you're going to hit them with projectiles, you need to be kind of close. Anywhere out and they just diffuse. Oh, what, this guy's taking multiple jumps. I thought they only took one. Here's a cool looking contraption, grandfather clock. See, the temptation is to rush through and you just know you're going to regret it. Sod off, bat. There we go. I think there's a little... there are some puzzles in this game, I believe. Which is just another... oh yes, this bit is flipping tricky. You know what I was saying about the projectiles being tough? Well, you really don't have much space at all on this one. It's kind of like a... this is all about space management and moving... I mean, come on. Moving to the optimal position to not take a hit. This guy just explodes himself. That wasn't too bad. Just a little bit tough. I think you need to try to get them early so that the bones spill out before you're there. And for these ones, I just stand in the middle. Well, that's no way to get ahead in life. Sorry. Austin Powers joke. Anyone get the reference? No, I need to keep a cool head to get good at this game. Alright, I'll stop. They're not funny. They weren't funny the first time. Well, that wasn't that bad. I've practiced that section. Right, and here we have some alchemy afoot. Strange alchemy. If anyone knows what that song was and which band, you'll get a gold star. Whatever that means. The gold star doesn't signify anything except for my deep respect for you. Right, so we've got an absolute shitstorm of bats up here, which I'm going to try to avoid. Probably unsuccessfully. The frustrating thing about the bats on this level is that they regenerate when you come down for absolutely God knows what reason. So this is Mickey's crack den. This is where it gets all a bit Breaking Bad. We're just making a concoction of methylated spirits here. Crystal meth. Oh, Mickey, just like every crystal meth taker, you've ended up flat on the floor with crosses over your eyes. Anyway. Yes, I think that... I was thinking is there a better way to do it, but I don't think there is. I'm just going to have to... It's just really annoying. Why the hell do the bats regenerate? What possible reason is there for that? Yes, it does have skull and crossbones signs on the chemicals, so these are obviously highly noxious. I wonder what Mickey's margin is on this on the street. I guess, you know, it should be quite high because he's having to avoid life-threatening bats every time he cooks up a new batch. Kind of like my kitchen. No, it's not really, it's not that bad. There aren't any bats. In the old one there were several slugs though. Oh, will you bugger off? Oh, nearly lost it again. I really don't want to fall down because then it will all reset. There we go. Now we've cooked up whatever weird stuff that is. And we need to... oh, of course, they're back again. We need to turn this bad boy on the Bunsen burner. Long enough for it to boil and bubble and toil and trouble. Alright, Mickey, looking at your watch impatiently. Does that stuff hurt you, I wonder? No, it's one of the few things in this game that don't. Well, now what am I supposed to do with it? I wonder if I'm... no, I can't get out. I don't know what to do. Have I made it the wrong colour? Is there some kind of special... I seem to remember last time it just explodes and the door opens. Maybe we need to heat it up more. These puzzles designed for children are becoming too difficult for me. Yes, go on. Oh, there we go. It explodes. Of course it does. I left it prematurely. Story of my life. Right, through the big door. Oh, here we are. There must be a boss happening now. Duck plus... oh, it's an evil boss. It's an evil mad scientist. Here he is, the mad doctor himself. Oh, and he fires projectile. Oh god, he fires all sorts. More mild peril for you. Oh god, how are those... oh. Well, you got to see a glimpse of the boss. But I think I'll leave it there. This is Mickey Mania. It's a superb game. Check it out.